to is this idler arm here. Basically, the purpose of this idler arm here is to provide stability while the center link pivots. As you can see, all the grease is coming out of this one. I'm pretty sure it's original, so it has 297,000 miles on it, and I'm sure it needs to be replaced. I can almost guarantee when I take that one off, it's going to be pretty loose, pretty wobbly. This one here is stiff. I can't even twist it with both hands. Really, the only thing you have to do is jack it up, take the weight off the front end, take the cotter pin out here, and then you break this free with a 19mm or 3/4 if you don't have a 19mm, like in my case. But nevertheless, pop that off, and then really it's 3 bolts here. Well, nuts on the outside, and just hold it with the wrench from the inside. So go ahead and pop that off real quick and show you what we're talking about. So I already took the cotter pin out. That's pretty self-explanatory. Now to get it down, if you have a pickle fork, you can use that. They also make idler and pitman on removers. I kind of kit like this, and I'm kind of a dummy because I rented this kit not even thinking about it. I don't even think that's going to fit on here, so we're just going to do it the good old fashioned way. Take you a mini maul and hit it right here on the knuckle. Make sure not to hit the threads. Well, I guess it doesn't matter if you're, well, no, don't hit the threads. Hold on. Put the nut on so I don't damage the threads on the center link. So I went ahead and kept hitting it with the hammer, and as you can see, finally it broke free. So you can drop that down. Alright, so you can see I already popped the center link down from here, and I've already busted these loose, got them almost off, just to show you how much play that thing has. So, pop that one off. Here's the new one, a lot nicer. Easy to turn. I'm going to change it to a time lapse. Go ahead and get these tightened up here. Everything's a 19. There are bolt heads on the other side. So you can use ratchet and wrench, or use electric ratchet and wrench like I'm going to. Alright, so here's the new idler arm already back on here. I threw a little time lapse in there. You can see what I did was I went ahead and pushed the center link up in here because it's pretty stiff. I don't think it moves, so I went ahead and left the idler arm loose with the threads just barely on there. Got the center link up in there, put the castle nut on, went ahead and gave it a thread or two, tightened those up, then tightened the castle nut up, put the cotter pin in. So basically what this does is it provides stability for the steering system while it's pivoting left to right. So basically I had a lot of play. My steering wheel would go left to right like this. And as you can see when I pulled off the old one, I had a lot more slack than this. This one does not really have play like that in it. Nice and stiff, and I'm sure it's going to make a major improvement in the steering system. So the other thing I did for the steering adjustment was you can also adjust it at the box. So this steering box is the original box. It's like 300,000 miles on it. So I knew it would be, it probably has a little bit of adjustment in it. I went ahead and gave it what I could. Basically, you see how much steering play you have by coming over here to your steering wheel and you're turning this back and forth. You would have a steering wheel on here. Mine is not on here right now. But you turn it back and forth until the movements of the steering translate to the wheels themselves. I had, like, literally my steering wheel would go left to right like this. and it wouldn't even move the wheels at all. So what you do is you loosen this nut up here. I think it's a 17 or a 19 millimeter, but I use a socket to get down on it with an extension. Loosen that up, and then you can turn this little adjuster screw here to the right. That'll basically bring the gears in the steering box back together a little bit closer, and you want to do this in small adjustments. I recommend like no more than 1/8 to 1/4 turn at a time. Because if you get it too tight, what you're going to do is you're going to bring the gears too close together. It's going to start wearing more than it already possibly was, and yeah, you're going to end up replacing your steering box a lot sooner than later. However, if you do, like I'm at the point now where most of my steering system has been replaced. I've got all new tie rods. I know I've got at least outer tie rods. I don't think I did the inners because they're not that bad. The boots aren't even torn yet, but yeah, the only thing I have left to replace is the center link, a couple inner tie rods, and the box itself. But however, if I do end up putting a steering box in here, I'm going to use a redhead steering box. If you haven't heard of them, they basically make aftermarket steering boxes that are better than OEM tolerances. So oversized gears, they come with a warranty, like 0 play for a year, and yeah. So I have it up on jack stands. I would show you a little test drive video right now, but I'm getting ready to start doing this.